We're back. It's Terry. Welcome to Alternative Influences vlog. Doesn't really have a name, just a vlog. Okay. Welcome back. I'm glad to have you. I hope you're a repeat watcher. I hope that you've been enjoying the What is Success videos. There's been part one and part two. Today we're going to take a little more of a positive spin. I've kind of been debunking the first two things of money and happiness. Today we're going to talk about some actually good ways to measure success. So I'm going to give you number three. Number three is stability. What is stability? Let's just take a second to define what that looks like. Stability is, specifically speaking, in a business format, is less shaky, right? Like less chaos, maybe less change, right? So it could look like maybe changing jobs less. It could look like maybe your business or whether it's a gym or yoga studio or chiropractic care center, like it's not doing this. All right? That means you started, which is great. Starting is really good. You've got to start, right, in order to be able to adjust. So let's just say that stability is getting your business to stop doing this, right? It looks like Morse code when you put it on paper. It's like, we got money coming in, we lost money. We got money coming in, we lost money. We ain't got money coming in, we ain't got money coming in. We got money coming in, we lost it, right? Let's talk about that. I remember being in that spot. That's like leveling out, smoothing over business, really is a good goal to gauge success. It means that you have found a way to, one is I guess a seasonal clientele is a good way to put it. You know when you're hot in the year, you've looked at the math, right? So now you have a minute, or maybe you don't. It doesn't really matter. You make time. You make time to find out why we have that valley when it comes to the clientele coming in and out. As it were. So we can look at that and we can analyze it and we can find a way to build a program, a product, or add value in a certain way that flattens that valley out, okay? So when you're up on that peak, you're thinking, I gotta squirrel away this much money so that I can run this promotion so that we can make this dip in our income become a flat line, or maybe even that top of that hill doesn't even really go down that far. Okay, maybe we're drawing a mountain range. Isn't this fun? So stability is a good gauge for success. I remember the beginnings of my gym, but I've even had this conversation with other friends who've run things from tree care businesses all the way up to, I got a couple of friends that are running around doing really well, but they're on the road. They're a band. And I was talking to one of my good buddies who's in the band. He's the drummer and kind of like the road manager of the group. And he's like, yeah, you live with your parents for the first year and a half, maybe 2 years. And in that first year and a half, 2 years, you get off the road and you try to go back to work. You don't try to be a rock star. You try to make ends meet. You try to not spend the money that you made on the road. You do that until you can come back and you actually have money coming in the mail. Then maybe you can work just a hair less, right? But you're still saving all the money that you're making on the road. You're not being supported by your music, but you're not losing money anymore. Which, remember those days, right? Getting out on the road and then thinking, well, we got $150. That's a full tank of gas and a full tank of gas. Let's go to the first venue and hope that we get at least that to get to the next venue, right? And so on and so forth. In my personal training, it's like you have this huge boom in January. I remember having really good January, February, March. And then April, it's like, oh, we got these spring breakers. But you still were doing okay. So that you're up here and then you're coming down. And then July is like December. It drops all the way down. It's crickets because everybody's on vacation, right? And then you dig out of that hole. It takes you about 4 weeks to dig out of the July hole, from 4th of July to the middle of June. And then people are thinking about school. I remember running back to school specials, right? Running back to school special or running a 4th of July special or Christmas in July, right? And marking down sessions to get through the summer. And then in November, we would do a Black Friday sale. On our Black Friday sale, we would sell personal training packages to bridge the month of December, even though people still weren't using them until January. So there's a way. There's always a way, right? Same with my crew that's on the road. Now their music's supporting them. They don't need these part-time jobs, but thanks to COVID, they can't hit the road like they could. So now they've pivoted and they're putting out these awesome videos, and their traffic to the videos is starting to increase so much so that now we got advertisers knocking on the doors. So they've figured out a way to bridge that valley. And we just go right across it, right? So stabilizing your business is an important part of what you're doing. If you're a creative type, and there's a couple of different types of entrepreneurs, and you go back into the videos and you can learn how we figure this out, but let's just say for a minute that you're the creative type. This is your time to shine. If you're the creative brainchild of the business and you have a business partner who's the nuts and bolts and the numbers, this is your chance to create something new. And that's like trial and error, right? Figure it out. Work until you get it right. Don't be down on yourself if you can't get it 1, 2, or the third time, right? 4th, 5th, 6th, and you're getting better and better and better at it. Learn how to cast a big net, right? Don't be so specific in the things that you're trying to do. And you can always appeal to the masses first, and then slowly bring that back down. All right, it takes a little longer to be here, and it's a little bit leaner with the money. If you're always staying so niched, to find a way to slightly diversify, to appeal to a broader base, you can always niche down later. Okay, and if you've niched down from from appealing to the masses, and you're like, I don't really have to do that again, then you have to find a way to recreate your product. So you got to find a way to repackage it. Okay. There's always ways to do that. All right. I want to give everybody ideas, but you get too big of the audience. It would be weird because then I'm only given ideas for this particular market and not that particular market. But repackage it. All right. If you're a personal trainer, maybe it's 3 or 4 sessions that now you're throwing in meals from Paleo Works, right? If you're a chiropractic care center, you're selling 20 adjustments, right? Let's do 20 adjustments and a $100 Amazon card. You know, if you book X, Y, and Z, and we see you before said date, okay? Let's say you're a dentist. Like let's book some cleanings, because what's about to happen? You're about to have prom season, right? Or it's about to be wedding season. Things to think about. Offering specials and including incentives in there that really enhance the product. Okay, so repackage it. I want you to think about that. But I just get in this creative tangent. I'll lose track of time. This is how we stabilize, right? This is how we stabilize. This is how us creative types have a little fun and stabilize our business. And yes, wanting a stable business is a really good key, really good gauge for success. All right, write it down. I want to know what it is. I want you to holler at me, and I want to know what those. Maybe it's 3 or 4 things that you think would stabilize your business, that you might want help with. And I want you to holler at me. I want you to direct message, email, put it in the comments. Okay? So that's it for today. We're going to come back and we're going to close this out with part 4, where we talk about passion. That's everything. It's one thing that everybody thinks they have enough of, or they think that's their fuel, and sometimes it's really not. So we're going to talk about that next. All right, guys. Please like and subscribe to this channel, and we will see you again next time.